Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year's. Editing Creep here. Just quick message before we go on to the episode. This episode was recorded right before, Christmas and all that stuff. I was saving it because it was about party times. And yeah, I think it kind of goes with the New Year theme. But we do have Juan here and Chuco again with us. I decided to save it for the start of the new year because I think it's a good episode. We talk a lot about partying, like just party stories, basically. Shit that happens, blackouts, that kind of shit. Anyways, I just wanted to get on here, unmask, just to say Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you had a good Christmas. But to remind you too that we still have the raffle going on for the Mortal Kombat Legends 2 with 12 games, $10 for every raffle ticket. I'm not going to do the raffle until it's over, until we sell all the tickets. Just for the, I don't want to lose money on it, so pretty much that's about it. But I could have sold it and stuff, but I do want to do a good giveaway for the show. Anyways, thank you guys for supporting us the whole year. Hope we have another good year. Hope we have more guests, more stuff. I didn't record much for December. It was kind of busy and I couldn't really get the people together to do some stuff, which is understandable because it's Christmas time. So, but with that said, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do great shit next year. More El Paso artists, more of everything. So, with that said, let's get into the episode. Party stories. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.
I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Alright, so as you can see, guys, we're already in it. We're in it to win it, but welcome back to another episode of Night Trap Podcast. We have again with us Juan. I don't think he's ever left. I think
he's always here. He stores me away in the corner.
He's fucking sleeping here.
Yeah, sleeping bag's right over there. I love it here, man. It's awesome.
So Juan, we have Juan again. I hope you watch that Infarto episode. If it's up, if it's not, I don't know. We'll see. It's a test, but we'll see. And we have Chuco Chamuco again. Yeah, we have him here.
The man's back.
So we did it. We did the first one with Jacob was here. We did have a talk with him about all his art and all that stuff. Which is amazing, and I need to put him on a frame. Which I was like, I should fucking order more of those. I just don't have any fucking space. Yeah, but I'll make space for you. I'm sure about that.
Up quick, man.
I'll make some space for you, yeah, because I did for Juan already. Yeah. I had to give one of his prints away, but
beautiful.
It was for somebody that truly appreciated
the word, man.
He was great. So fucking like, no. He didn't even want it because he thought it was so good. So, my cousin. So there you go. But so today we have a special episode.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about some stories. So is it gonna be horror stories? You said it was party stories, but they could be horror stories too.
Some of them are horror stories. Yeah.
Okay, so so we have some horror stories. So we're just gonna freeform and kind of like just talk about parties basically. Hopefully we don't like fucking divert too much. No politics and shit like that.
90s.
They already voted by this time. Probably people already know who won.
It's election day today. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck. Cross your fingers, gentlemen.
I voted, so fuck it. I don't know. So yeah, you did. I know you did.
Oh yeah.
I fucking reposted that.
Sure, yeah, man.
I like that you put
What's his name?
Vendetta. For Vendetta. I was like, kind of ironic. Yeah, but all right, so let's do this. But before, I know you brought something for me. I know I already saw it, but I am. I don't know. I am humbled by it.
Oh, yeah, so check it out. So I was looking around and I didn't see any chuck. Oh yeah, you do have one. It's right there.
Oh, never mind. You're like,
I take him. Well, then forget it.
Chuckster, man.
That's Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
So I got you this right here.
Fuck yeah,
That's
dude.
Child's Play from Child's Play 3. It's the one where like he
The
goes
worst one. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Or somewhere where he goes out to the kid when he's in military school or something like that.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
where he's in military school now. Andy.
Yeah.
So Andy is like now a grown up basically.
Yeah. And since I was in the military, I was
Oh,
like,
there you go.
And I like serial killers, so it was kind of like a little mashup of everything, you know.
Yeah. I always that shit fucking scarred me when the friend like dives over the fucking grenade.
Oh,
I was always very traumatized.
They always talk about that in basic, you know. It's like save your buddies, you know. It's like
Yeah, but when I saw that shit as a kid, I was like, what the fuck? That shit fucked me up. But yeah, it is probably. I mean, I like that movie, but it's probably not the best of the movies. Although I don't like some of the later ones. Yeah, some of the later
Well,
ones.
it's a solid trilogy, man. The first three, I
the
like
first three
it,
is
man.
solid, yeah.
I would say number 2 is the better one.
2's badass.
1 is good.
I like one.
One's scary.
One's-
One's scarier than all of them. Right?
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, dude. Like this is gonna be a good addition for the
Amazing.
studio right here.
There you go,
And
man.
I'll put him up there. somewhere.
Nick.
We'll find a place for the little buddy.
For Chuckster.
I'm gonna put it in my.
That face that he's making, that's exactly the face that I had when I was in the military. I was like,
I'm gonna put it in my child's bedroom without her fucking knowing.
Look, show him the side. He has like a little military outfit right here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, because it has everything from that movie basically.
Man.
So yeah, because like you can see that you can remove this thing. Like you don't want it to say Child's Play so that it's just the good guys.
It's clean, yeah, man.
But it's badass. A lot of people right now really love Chucky too with the show.
Oh,
So the show is really good. It's hard to find. It's fucking stupid.
Chucky's an icon, man.
But it's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
fucking. He's one of my favorite two slashers.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just like really, really, really like focused on one slasher because he's a new slasher and it's rare that we have new slashers.
Yeah.
Terrifier.
So Terrifier.
Hell yeah. Man.
It's like fuck, man. Like right now he's literally and figuratively killing it.
He's hitting all the spots, man.
He's fucking killing
Killing
it.
it, man.
And I fucking love Art the Clown.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
I think the last slasher we had before that was Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a
That
long
was-
fucking time ago.
That was iconic like that, yeah. But Ghostface came on like with a bunch of fanfare because like it was Wes Craven's new creation.
Yes, man.
Art the Clown just came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's I like that the director, I fucking forget his name, Damien, but the director, he's really influenced. I didn't know this. I'm gonna put him down so that we can. But I didn't know this, but apparently, I did the review, right? You watched the review. I compared the movie Terrifier 2 to Nightmare on Elm Street, to Jason, Friday the 13th, and like it really doesn't have any similarities to it. Really doesn't.
No,
except for the clown.
Right.
Yeah.
But it really has a lot of similarities with Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's true. Sir.
If Freddy was silent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
well, I went like to see videos because I've been like so fucking focused with him, and apparently it's an homage to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
So like I fucking got it right. I fucking hit it right. Fucking nailed, dude.
Right at the beginning of the movie, or?
No, like
You can
because
tell?
the dream sequences basically. So the dream sequence that he does in Terrifier 2, you haven't seen it. So
No, I haven't seen it.
but the dream sequence that he does, it was the Indiegogo people. So the people that are in that sequence are the people that gave probably the most money. So they got to get killed by Art and shit. But he basically said you're gonna be in a dream sequence a la Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
Because you don't know if it happens for real or it doesn't. Because when she
Yeah.
wakes up, it's like, what the fuck? So it really has a lot of similarities to that.
That's so worth it, man.
And I think that the gore and stuff like that, I think, yeah, like it goes more into like maybe like Friday the 13th, because Friday the 13th, every time we went to see one of those movies, it was about the kills. We
Yeah.
didn't really fucking care about the story. We didn't really care. So with Terrifier, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're just waiting, what is he gonna do next?
Very cool, man.
Slasher, man.
But I
How
kind
many
of
deaths were there in the first part in the dream sequence?
Maybe like 7 or 8.
And so they all.
You saw it or no?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Maybe like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
What do you think they give like 25 grand each or something?
I would say no. I don't think that it was that much. Maybe like 2,000 or something.
Oh shit, dude! I would
He did 250,000. That's what
You
he
could have
got.
been murdered out there.
I'm
man.
not.
He did the
Immortalized
movie.
in a movie.
He did the movie for 2 hours.
Oh.
So the movie's 2 hours and
so
20
far.
minutes,
Mhm.
but it doesn't feel.
It goes quick.
It goes
Yeah,
quick.
because
It
it's
goes quick.
entertaining the whole way through.
Yeah. I mean,
And the final girl is really likable.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
not
she
like
is.
a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, she made it. Like she's gonna be in other movies apparently.
Well, she's gonna be more on Terrifier.
Oh, more Terrifier.
So I think that they're trying to, which I think it's a good theory. You haven't seen it, and I feel so bad
Like the Nightmare
because you
on Elm
haven't
Street
seen
type
it.
of deal.
No, don't worry, don't worry.
So
I'll
like
watch
she's
it.
basically the Nancy, but
Yeah.
but this is like they're basically kind of, I don't know. There's theories out there, but
Yeah.
they're basically kind of saying because the dad knew a lot about art, that maybe art.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, man.
I think it's not really.
Yeah.
It's a theory.
That's a theory.
It's a theory, but it's kind of weird.
Hopefully.
So it makes sense
Yeah.
because they don't talk that much about the dad. The dad knew Art the Clown and knew who the savior was gonna be or some shit.
Yeah.
How? Like we don't know anything.
Eh?
I don't know.
It's up in the air.
But apparently they said too like that it's gonna go like super like kind of like Dream Warriors kind of territory.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So just basically, and I did compare it to the Aliens to Alien. So Terrifier 1 is like Alien,
Mm.
Terrifier 2 is like Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more action, a little bit more gore, a little bit more fun.
That makes me because Aliens is my. I like Aliens more than I do Alien for sure.
I like Terrifier better because it's scary,
It's OG. Yeah.
and Terrifier 2 is not scary. It's just fucking fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Aliens, man.
Freaking.
It is creepy and shit.
Well, there's All Hallows Eve too.
All Hallows Eve though is a combination. It's basically the tests,
Yeah.
the 3 little tests that he did to try to see Art the Clown, and it's not played by the same actor.
No, but it was still pretty good though. Like you see it and you're like, oh damn, you know. I couldn't wait to see that when I saw Terrifier. I was like, wait, he's got a movie?
I think All Hallows though, like it kind of, I like it, but it kind of looks like 3 YouTube videos. Like they're not. I'm not saying that Terrifier. I'm not saying Terrifier is high production.
Thank you.
It's not really high production. It's $50,000, but it really looks low production. The All Hallows.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
even
it does.
more.
So I really don't consider it like part of the trilogy. They didn't do it. I consider it more of a test to that.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is the-
Eee, chamuco.
But with that said, fucking, go watch the fucking review. I fucking did a review of it. I enjoyed the shit. I bought the poster.
Poster, yeah.
It's a little poster. Because I don't have any fucking space.
Speaking of horror,
What kind of horror stories do you have from your party days?
I have a lot of stories. I don't know if they're gonna be like as good as like maybe like yours. But I do know a lot of friends too that like have told me stories and that have told us stories in previous podcasts and in other podcasts and shit like that. We had a guy here called Stranger Cock because he was a swinger. So he had some stories.
He's got some stories.
He's got some fucking stories. Some of those stories are horror stories and some of those stories are just like funny. So like for example, he got like rejected by a little person, and he always felt like fuck that because like the little person said that he wasn't good enough,
Oh, shit.
and he was like fuck you.
I'll show you.
So shit like that. But like yeah, I mean, me more than parties. For example, I didn't do a lot of parties. I did some when I was like in high school and shit. But I have more of like shows because I did. I played a lot
Gigs and stuff. Man.
So when I was playing gigs, like a lot of shit happened. Like for example, me and the bassist for this first band that I had on Endless Fight, it was just a punk band. We used to drink a full bottle of Jaeger before every practice.
Damn. Each of you or
No,
together?
one bottle together, but
Oh,
the big one. So like me and him, we would be fucking pissed drunk playing, but we were like, fuck it, like whatever. But in practice, dude. And then
practice. Yeah.
so we had a show at Chicks. Back there in Montana, remember? There used to be a lot of shows there. We had a show there, and we were like, fuck, I bought a bottle of Jaeger. I had my girl with me. He had his girl with him. And we were like, fuck it, let's just start fucking doing shots. And we started, and then it was like, oh, it's not yet time for the show. And then it was time for the show. And we fucking played the show, and I feel like, yeah, like I was kind of like a little sloppy, but I was going like, fuck yeah.
Feeling it, yeah.
And like all this shit.
You were loose.
And then we fucking finished the show, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, whatever. And then the crowd, like the people in the crowd were like, why were you guys playing so fucking slow?
Oh, shit.
We were like, that's a story.
And you thought you were fucking killing it.
And that's when I decided to not drink before shows.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
that's what like, okay, drinking, but after.
God damn, man.
Because a lot of shit like that happened.
Yeah.
For example, too, I'm just telling quick because I want you to take over. But with my brother, you can't fall asleep at his house because something will happen to you.
Yeah.
I've been to those parties.
So as soon as I'm feeling like it's like I'm out, man, I'm okay. Cause yeah, like my brother went like to Dr. Porn.
Yeah.
He fucking did the Hawaiian like like the style shirt like with scissors,
Oh, he cut it.
like all the little strips and the pants. And then he would pour like liquid paper and Valentina. He poured Valentina on his head.
And you woke up like that, man.
He gets pissed.
Charlie, man.
And then Dr. Ford has a short temper.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, fuck you.
I'm gonna kick your ass, man.
But we went to a singles party, a Valentine's singles party. And my brother bought a big fucking jug of whiskey. But those ones that looked like the moonshine, that had the 3X.
Yeah.
Like just a big fucking jug. And me and my brother were just talking and like drinking. We were really paying attention to other shit. We were just drinking. And I was like, oh, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the restaurant. But I felt fine, I swear. I felt fine. But I'm gonna go to the restroom, alright. I go into the restroom, I look at myself in the mirror, and as soon as I look at myself in the mirror, boom, like, fucking, like, lose it.
Out.
And then all of a sudden, I like fucking hear it going, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I fucking wake up, and I'm all pissed. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's my sister-in-law, and she's like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know, like I'm fucking pissed and shit.
Well,
It's like, it's
like,
because there's a long line like for the restroom. And I'm like,
like I with Coke in there.
so I started like getting super embarrassed, and I'm like fucking crying and shit. I'm like, oh my god. And she brought me a jacket. She's like,
To
"Put the
cover
jacket
it."
on."
Oh,
And then I go outside. And I'm super embarrassed, dude, and I'm like, oh, fuck, and I'm like crying outside with my brother, and my brother's like, it's okay, dude, like, you're fucking drunk, who cares, like, whatever, dude, and my brother's like so drunk too, and he's trying to, like, he got out a knife, and he's trying to, like, start doing the tires, dude, I'm like, fucking, like, people, but he can't, like, the fucking knife is just, like, bouncing around, and he's like, god damn it, but I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
shit,
But that was
man.
like my most, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I felt fine, dude. And then all of a sudden,
Wait, but you left the party, right?
we left after
Yeah.
like a little
They're gonna
while,
say
and that's not even the worst part. Like my sister-in-law's brother stole the phone from one of the girls from the house, and she was my friend, and she basically stopped talking to me because of that shit. Like I returned the phone, but I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that this guy was gonna do that stupid shit.
Oh, she got mad at you.
And she was mad like for me forever. But that's not even the worst story. So the worst story, it was like my second blackout, or the first blackout, I guess. So me and my brother, well, my whole family, we went to a quinceañera for my niece.
Quinceañeras.
And I was really young and shit, but we were drinking too, bucanas. So always is bucanas.
Yeah.
We were just drinking, and then basically my cousins, they're like, let's go fucking after, like the after party, let's go drink at the house. And I'm like, alright, fucking. And one of them had a gay friend. This is not where it's going. One of them had a gay friend, and it was only gonna be basically my cousin, the gay friend, my brother, and me. So we go to the house. They're like weightlifters, so they're like super buff. But we go. We're like drinking there at their gym in their house. We're like fucking, like fucking just drinking. And then all of a sudden we start teasing the fucking gay guy. We're like, like because we're drunk. But we started like taking like our clothes off, like with him, like fucking like, like whatever. And then I blacked out.
There you go.
Ah, shit.
Right,
And then you woke up
back
next
to
to
him.
him.
No, I woke up on our way to the bridge. With me and my brother.
Shit, man.
But I'm always like, that's the worst fucking like blacking out when I'm like trying to tease like a
And
gay
then you
guy.
woke up, dude. Shit.
My ass didn't hurt. So if there was some fucking, I did it. I'm the man.
Yeah, that's some good stories right
No,
there.
no, but that was those are the only two times that I blacked out.
The blackouts.
I
I had
haven't
a
blacked
lot
out
of
ever
blackouts, man.
since.
Dude, I had a funny blackout from Copacabana in Juarez.
Copas,
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
sir.
So we started drinking at at the Derby, you know, drinking. I met some girl there, and she's all like, you know, whatever, hey, you know, we were making out and shit like that, you know, and she's like, let's go to Copas. And I told, you know, at the time I was partying with my sisters, we had to sneak out and stuff like that, you know, so I told my sisters, hey, I'm gonna go to Copas. And they're all like, all right, cool, you know, we'll meet you over there. So we went to Copas, and then we were in there, you know, drinking, whatever like that, you know, we're making out. I remember she was sitting on top of a speaker, and so, you know, we're making out and stuff like that. And then somewhere along the way, just, I blacked out, you know, yeah. And I woke up the next
It's always
day.
blackout.
What happened with the girl or what?
So I woke up the next day, right? And I was like feeling like shit. I was like, God damn, what the fuck happened? You know, my sister comes in, she's like, dude, you were fucked up. And I was just like, well, yeah, you know, I don't remember anything. And so like I started looking at myself, and I find like gum on my belly button. And gum? Yeah, and gum on my belt and my zipper and stuff like that. And I was just like, what happened, you know? And yeah, I'm looking at the pants, and I you know, spread them out, and there's a tire track across one of the legs. And I'm like, you know, and then I remember like I was asking my sister, I was like, do you know what happened? She's like, no, we lost you for like an hour.
It's like fucking Memento.
Yeah. I had to throw the pants away, you know, because it was khaki pants, and the tire track didn't come off.
It was a car tire track or a bike or something?
No, it was a car.
Oh,
So
damn.
the only thing that I could think of was one of two things: either
A mini bus fucking ran over him.
well, A, like I got run over, but my leg didn't hurt, so I was like, I don't know, you know. Or B, my pants were somewhere where somebody ran over it, and I was
And then you
walking
put 'em
around
on?
without pants. Yeah, and then I just put them on. So.
The $1 million question.
Yeah, you know, and I remember like my mom was doing laundry, and she's like, ¿Qué pasó, Gabriel? ¿Qué pasó? And I was like, I don't know, mama.
You should have come in like with a like this.
With no fucking leg.
Ma, I don't know.
So that's the story. You don't remember anything.
I don't remember shit.
Wow.
I wonder if we'll ever get those memories back, because we obviously, like,
They're there.
we obviously did something, and we obviously were conscious, you know.
Jeez, man.
But we like just erased that part, or like just something just
Yeah.
fucking.
And the girl, you didn't get her number or nothing like that.
Nah, I don't-
Híjole.
Yeah.
So she's watching the episode right now, and
Yeah, probably. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that
she's
guy.
gonna call in and be like, "Hey, I remember that."
Yeah,
I know what happened.
It was another time when I was in San Antonio, and so this was when I was in the military. And we all used to like drink and stuff. At the time, I was underage, so I'd ask my buddies, hey, you know, take me to the Class 6 and just, you know, buy me a Jim Beam or something like that, you know. So I buy like the ones that are like this size, the Jim Beam.
Yeah.
So on the way to the club, since I couldn't drink in the club either, I had to down that bottle, you know. So bam, you know, slamming and everything like that. We get to the club, and I'm like, damn, I'm not even feeling it, you know. I'm not even feeling it. I'm in line and everything, you know. I'm like, shit, you know. So I pay. As soon as I walk in, I wake up the next day. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It's because when you drink fast,
Yeah.
you don't feel it. It'll hit you like that.
Yeah, and I was all skinny at the time, you know. I was like, shit, 160 pounds.
So, yeah, I think I learned to, like, drink-
160, yeah.
I learned to drink slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they told me that what happened that night was I was like dancing with some girl, and the girl had a boyfriend, and that I was, you know, trying to like freak her and stuff like that, you know, and then the boyfriend like he got all pissed off, and they said that that he put his finger like right to my face, and then I was fearless. I was like, you know,
Yeah, bring it on.
yeah, you know, and they're like, dude, that guy would have whooped your ass, and I was just like, I don't remember, dude.
Nah, gee.
I don't remember nothing, and like, yeah, and so they were kind of like scared to take me out.
I'm thinking of
'Cause
a-
they would go wild out. You
Oh
know?
yeah, you'll go crazy.
I'm thinking of a good idea for a movie, dude, like a little short movie, whatever, of where like every single time that like your stories, so like the
Blackout
the
stories?
person black out, but like every single time he wakes up and he has a time track on his
Be like, what happened?
but every single time, so he'll be like, what the fuck, like what is happening?
Beyond, dude. So that the first story you said, did you think that was like a roofie thing, or it was just
No,
you
I
drank too
I
much?
drank too much.
It's
Yeah,
just drinking
shit.
too much. It just happens.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm 18, 17, 18.
Yeah,
Like I think blackouts happen more to like girls, because when girls want to party, they want to fucking party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
they're
like they'll just down like fucking drinks. They taste good or taste bad, whatever. They
they don't
just down.
think about it. Yeah.
And like us,
Yeah.
we're a little bit more sometimes like, oh, give me a
No,
whiskey,
man.
Here and there.
and you just drink like a little whiskey here and there, and then you're getting drunk, of course.
Shit.
I've been with a lot of friends that like, you know, especially with the military people, you know, they drink to like die. You know what I mean? And I've been in that situation.
They
too.
want to die.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll
like,
keep
fuck
going.
me, you know, yeah, like,
Yeah,
give me an adios, motherfucker. Give me another one. Give me, you know, and I've been in those shoes too, you know. Shit.
You know,
Taking
there's a
care of
beer.
guys.
There's a beer called Adios Pantalones. Right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Shit.
It's like that Texas one. So the guys that make the pickle beer
Yeah.
make that one. It's called Adios Pantalones.
Oh.
That was perfect for you. Man, but I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
it was
like, yeah.
pantalon, dude. I had to say goodbye to those pants, man, because they wouldn't wash. The
telling
tire
you.
track wouldn't come off.
I'm telling you, there's an idea here for.
I told this guy's got great freaking party stories, man. He's told me some other ones. It's like he's had a good time, man. He really has, and because you're
Like,
military.
Party days were like a little extended.
Well, my
Yes.
friend, the stranger cock, he was in the military too.
Military,
So
yeah.
that
So you guys
he's
get
a
to see
swinger
the
guy.
world and shit, man. Yeah. That's
Well,
good.
he's a swinger guy, and he would tell like like stories of like going into like a dude's house, where it's like basically like fuck my wife, right? But he'll go in and the guy is like watching TV and then they're like, yeah, just go ahead, she's right there in there.
the cuckold thing.
But like we always fucking like every time that he told the story, me and my brother would ask like, okay, from 1 out of 10 or from 0 out of 10, what was the girl? And he was always like a 3.
Ah.
Because you imagine like porn,
Oh,
like
see,
porn, like
yeah.
fucking. But he's like, no. He's like, the attractive girls don't need to do that shit.
I know.
Because they'll just do it.
They're selective.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I met one
Shit.
girl I met her at FYE. She used to work there when I used to be at Cielo Vista.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember I was hitting up on her and shit like that. You know, she gave me her number, and we ended up hooking up a couple times. You know, and one time I remember she called me and she's all like, "Hey, can you like fuck me in front of my man?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, and like I was like, "Wait, like what's going on?" She's like, "I just wanted to see like how to do it," and and I was like, "What the fuck?" You know, and I don't know, man. I didn't go for it. I was just like, nah. I never
It was
thought
probably
of it.
Philip. Philip fucking tagged in and he did because I fucker. That's why we call them stranger cocks. Because when he was fucking somebody else's
Yeah.
wife in front of the guy, and the guy said like, "Oh, you like that stranger cock?" That's why.
Oh, shit.
And
She
it's
was like
tough,
a
man.
7.5 and 8 maybe. You know,
I
but
mean,
she was
maybe
pretty
she was
good.
like starting up on that shit, you know.
She was pretty good.
And she wanted the guy to learn from your moves.
Apparently, yeah. You know, I was like, what did I do? Yeah,
Was this El Paso?
yeah, man.
Man,
There's
I tell you, El Paso is a weird freaking town. You got Juarez over there too, bunch of like weird stuff.
Well, and
going
I'm
on.
sure there are swingers that are
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
tens or whatever, but I think that it's more rare.
Yeah, definitely.
When you hear stories of these, like, you really literally think about, like, when you go to porn and you're like, okay, like, I'm gonna look for this, and the 3 people are, like, fucking beautiful and
Yeah,
shit.
that ain't the case.
Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't really happen in real life. It's almost always, like, it's just people that are, like, that really love sex.
Yeah.
So,
Some girl from Socorro, you know.
yeah, because he told us, like,
Hasn't
one time
shaved or
I was
whatever.
fucking a fat, like, fucking biker girl, and she looked like a fucking doodle. And I'm like, dude, and he's like, dude, I don't know, I just like pussy. And I'm like, bro, but come on, man. I'm like, I have limits.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of mean to walk out and she'd be like, no, I can't do this.
So one time, dude, I went to a party with my roommate.
You gotta do
My
it.
roommate was military, but he was like this güero, like super fucking white from, I'm trying to think from where. Was it Virginia? He was fucking white. But he wanted to be like this scene kid, so he would carry a wig. So he would put on a wig like a fucking, because he didn't, like he had the buzz cut, but when he came out, he had skinny jeans and shit, and he put a wig,
Oh shit.
and we would go to party, and I was always embarrassed, dude, because I was like, "Fuck this guy." Because girls would be like, I love your hair, and I'd be like, oh, just fucking pull it off. Because he'd be like, oh yeah, thank you. But it was obviously not his hair, because it was like fucking black hair, and he's fucking wet like from his everything. But we went to a party together with this girl that really wanted to go out with me, but she was 19, I was 21. And it was here on the west side. I'm already telling like my address and shit. But, like it was on the west side, and it was like rich kids, right? So we go to the fucking party. The girl's like there, whatever, and like I mean, there with my roommate. We bought a 30 pack for me and him because I was like, fuck no, I'm not gonna like fucking get anybody else's. We go to this huge house. It has a fucking pool in the middle of the house. In the middle of the house. They have a full bar and shit, but I was like, I'm sticking to my beers. And there was kids going like, hey, can I have a beer? And I was like, I don't know, just fucking out here. But when we're there at the party, like we're fucking, me and him, we're drinking, and I'm just with this girl or whatever. That I met on MySpace, dude. So MySpace days. But we're fucking drinking, whatever, and then my kid yells, "Cops!" And me and my friend are the only ones that are like 21, dude. And I'm like, no, fuck this. Like, no, fuck this shit. And we just fucking put our 30 pack and grab the girl. Let's fucking go. We leave. The girl is like, hey, like, can you help me out, like, later on? I want to go make a deal at Walmart. But I thought it was like, hey, they're gonna get some weed, you know? Like, get some weed or whatever. And I'm like, all right, like, yeah, like, we'll go, like, later on. So we go to her friend's house, the friend's there, whatever. He's like smoking weed and shit. And then things happen, you know, with me and her, whatever. And then like once that shit happens or whatever, she's like, okay, let's go to Walmart. It was like fucking 3 in the morning, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We go. It's a Walmart, one of those Walmarts that used to close. Now they're like 24 hours, right?
Oh.
But it was closed.
Yeah.
We go to the parking lot. We see another car. We go to the other car. Like we park like right next to each other. The guy, the friend, gets out. And he's like, all right, fam, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just talking to my friend, whatever. And then he comes in. And then the other car leaves. And we're like, all right, fuck it. It's a fucking like a ball of aluminum. And he fucking pulls out. It's fucking crack, dude.
Oh.
And they start smoking crack in the car.
Like, how did I get here?
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these rich kids smoking crack, 19-year-old kids. I'm like, I'm gonna go to fucking jail
I'm in trouble.
because I'm the adult.
Dude.
But we go fucking home. I'm like, I fucking never saw that girl again.
Yes, man.
But-
Dude, so you went to, because on KLQ, they've been talking about this house that people were going to. And it was like a big mansion or
Yeah, the
something.
big mansion.
Yeah. And it was like young kids, and they were like selling drugs out of it and all that kind of stuff.
So maybe I was there.
Maybe.
It was there.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But I used to go to Juarez because you mentioned
Yeah.
right now like
Juarez,
over
man.
there. And we used to party at Bombín, at Rainbow, so all the rock bars, the Open. At the Open, it was just because it was 20 pesos for the caguama, like
Yeah.
20 pesos.
20
man.
pesos. And then at Open, they used to have a cover band that did Pantera, Metallica, and the drummer, I always remember this, the drummer was facing the wall.
Oh,
So you would see his back. So you would see him playing and shit.
Yeah.
man.
But Bombín and then Rainbow was more classic rock, but like weird, like wasp. And
Where were these?
In
Were they
La
like
Juarez.
on the Prona?
In La Juarez.
Oh, La Juarez. Oh, shit, man.
So that
I've
was
never
a,
heard of these, man.
that was a badass. I used to love, and I used to go
Yeah, I
with
never
my,
heard of those.
I used to go with my friend and bar hop, but we would get a cubeta
That's
and then like do the straw with the lighter, like the where you put it like this,
Yeah.
to shotgun,
oh.
and we would just shotgun all the beers. Boom, next club, bar hop, alright, we would get fucked up. Go back to El Paso. That's all we did. Like, we didn't even look for girls or anything. We would just fucking party.
Oh, get your drink on.
Yeah, and we just fucking go back and, like, fuck it.
It was all about the girls back then, though, man. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time I went over there and she was the friend of friend of a friend. And I met her at the Derby, actually, and I thought she was fucking hot.
Dirty Derby, man.
Yeah, exactly. We ended up going to like a cheap hotel, like down the street. And then we're like walking up there, you could hear the beds just, you know, and we're just like, oh shit.
In
you know?
Juarez, you went to a hotel?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
down the.
shit,
It was
dude.
dirty, dude. The guy was like, you know, por cuánto tiempo, and I was just like, fuck, I don't know. You know,
What the heck? You know, in the night?
Yeah, dude, it was like in one of those hour.
Yeah,
Like,
my-
the pesos an hour, güey.
Dude, it was dirty. Dude. Like we walked into the room, right? We get on the bed, and then like I take off the sheets, and you see all these roaches just like that
Oh,
on the bed, dude, on the
way.
bed.
Shit,
And I'm just like, you
man.
know, this girl's looking at me, I'm looking at her, and I'm just like, you know.
Fuck it, let's do it.
And we did it, you know.
Yeah, man.
We went back to Derby, you know.
Oh, man, you suck my nipple so good. It's like a fucking cockroach. Going around your nipple.
With the cockroach.
I'm trying to shake off my clothes, you know, make sure there's no roaches in
Dude,
there.
that girl's a keeper, man.
Because that's,
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Yeah, man.
When I used to have a
Dude.
roommate, dude, we lived in the fucking Selena apartments, or but we were poor, bro.
Oh, my
we
God.
had one TV, a futon, one fucking bed where me and my cousin slept, basically.
On the floor, a mattress.
No, like
No?
we had a bed because
Oh,
it was my
pretty
bed
good.
from like that I took.
Yeah.
But we only ate bologna sandwiches, ramen, like the basics because we were
tough
all
times.
basically paying rent. That's it, and like getting whatever we could get. But one time at night, I put my hands like underneath the pillow when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I used to do it a lot. Now I don't do that anymore after this. But I went like this at night, and then I was like, what the fuck is it? And I fucking wake up and I have it in my hand. Man. I had it like this. And I was like, what the fuck is it?
A roach like this.
And then I fucking squished it. Dude. Oh! And I heard like the...
Yeah.
And then I went like... and then I fucking turned on the light. Yeah. Fucking cock. I just fucking like squished it with my hand. But I was like, fuck that, so I never put my hands on
That's
it.
funny, man.
But that was because the shitty ass apartment. They had mold, dude, in the corner. It had fucking mold. Dude. I don't even know how we fucking live there.
How did not shut down, man?
Well, it probably did now, but dude, my roommate was that white guy that I'm telling you, and he didn't work. He was the one that didn't work, so we were fucking. And I gave him 6 months to like find a job. But he wouldn't like brush his teeth because he said, I've never had cavities, why would I do that? So he always had like gunk.
Prevention, dude.
And he was always like fucking like picking on the gunk and shit, so I was always like... And he started working at Subway and we used to say like, I'm not going to fucking... But dude, every time that he would work, he got a free sandwich. You think he fucking gave it to us? He would fucking show up with the sandwich and eat it in front of us. And then one time he's like, hey, can you get soup? My cousin was like, can you get soup? He's like, yeah, they have that broccoli cheese soup. And my cousin was like, oh, bring me one. Like, he was excited, dude. Fucking gets home, he's like, hey, I brought you the soup. And my cousin's like, fuck yeah. Like, cause all we had is ramen and shit. He fucking opens that shit, it's brown. And he's like, why is it fucking brown? Oh, I mixed it with the strong enough. And he's like, are you fucking idiot? Like, you fucking ruined it. I was like, well, I just put everything together. And he's like,
struggle was
you're
real.
a piece of shit. But one time my cousin was like, I'm gonna fucking tell him that I'm going to Grand China buffet. And I'm gonna run out and just fucking
And leave him.
And he was like, hey, what's up, Gary? And I was like, alright. And he's like, I'm going to Grand China, dude. And he fucking ran to the car. And he was in the car. And Gary was with his like fucking boxers, and he ran after him. He's like running after him, and my cousin is like trying to like leave, and he closes the car door in his hand. Oh! And he's like, fuck! And Gary's like, are you really going to Grand China? And he's like, but don't!
I can still leave.
But he's like, this fucking karma, dude. He's like, this fucking karma. Because we used to mess with that guy a lot, dude. He used to be like those like fact checker guys, whatever. But I used to like get with my friend and be like,
what do you mean?
Like he would like be like, hey dude,
Correcting everybody.
Yeah, so you would be like, well, like with World War II, dude, like when it was in 1940, and he'd be like, it was actually 1942, shit like that. So I would get in with my cousin, and I'd be like, hey bro, I'm gonna say like the wrong thing, but you just fucking agree, and then pretend like you Google it, and then it comes out. So we said like that shit. He's like, hey, like in the war, dude, 1945, and he's like, bro, it was actually 1942. And he's like, nah, bro, look, Google it. And then like my cousin's like, alright. He's like, 1945, bro. Oh. But we would go like, oh, and start throwing shit and like, oh, and he'd be sitting there all like, oh, but we're like, we're just fucking messing with you, you stupid.
Dude, white people, man.
He still tells me that I'm his best friend, dude. I fucking don't understand. I was like, I
lives
should
here?
you like, no, he lives in Michigan.
Oh, he went back to
He lives in Michigan.
Yeah, man.
But he's like, he still tells me like, bro, you're my best bud and shit. I'm like, I kinda kicked you out for not having a job.
Hey, so how much did you pay for the hotel? Do you remember?
It was like $5 or $10.
Damn,
some shit like that.
that's a steal, man.
I mean, no, it's
I'll
not.
tell you a funny story too. Like, I remember one
They
time-
stole from him.
They stole from me, man.
They recorded you, you and the girl. They freaking
They probably did, you know.
selling tapes right next to
I'm all like,
the
point that out. I'm kicking out cockroaches. He's a star in Mexico and shit. Man.
I went to
El chamuquito.
You remember Grand Central Station, man?
Right.
So like towards the end, towards when it was already like closing, it was brutal, dude. Like everybody was ugly. We used to call it like
Everybody was like,
yeah, it was like zombie night.
It's all the
I forget.
rejects and shit.
Yeah.
The wallflowers.
Yeah, so like when I was 21, like around that time, we went out partying and stuff, and you know, at the time I was, you know, it's all hormones and shit, you know, and so I went in there. I couldn't find anybody. I was like, fuck, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, god damn it.
Slim Pickens.
Yeah, there was this one girl, I remember she used to work at the call center, and she was not pretty, and I was just like, you know, it was an easy conversation. I was just like, fuck it, you know, let me drink some more beers, you know. And, she's all right.
Brown bag it, man.
Yeah, and that day I didn't drive. One of my friends drove, and I didn't want to ask him for the keys, you know, to go do in the parking lot. So we ended up going to the back over there by the dumpsters, and we had like fucking dumpster sex.
Told you he has the best story.
As soon as I was done, dude, I like just, you know, popped out and vámonos, dude. Like, and then like years later, like about a decade later, I ran into her.
Don't tell me there's a little chamuquito there.
No, yeah, no kidding. I went to, remember I used to be at Kmart on McCrae?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in there, you know, I lived at, well, I still live in those apartments, and she was in, I'm at the register, you know, waiting to pay, and I look over, because, you know, you feel eyes looking at you, and you're just like, what the fuck, you know, I look over, and she's just like staring at me, like trying to give me that sexy look, but she's not sexy, you know, and I was just like, fucking A, dude.
Damn,
so I paid for my shit, and I I didn't see her, just walked out. I was like, God damn it, I'm never going to this Kmart.
She's got her on a
ever
pedestal
again.
now, man.
Yeah, I'm probably like her. Yeah.
I thought the story was gonna be that she was hot now or something.
I'm telling you,
No, man.
she had her little chamuquito.
That didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
You didn't look down to see the chamuquito. I'm telling you.
Yeah, a little kid with like slick back hair.
Yeah. Taller than her. Hey,
Hey, fucking nose like this and shit. Be like, oh fuck, you know,
Híjole,
that's
man.
fine, dude.
I'm intrigued. I gotta see what this chick looks like.
There's a lot of missing parts in your stories. Man.
I'm sure.
telling you.
Yeah. In betweens there.
There's a lot of in between. We gotta make movies of those in between.
That's good. You gotta have a good time when you're young, man. You really do, because shit, man, you'll
Nah, I did all kinds of shit,
Yeah. I remember when I was like in my 30s, early 30s, I was house sitting a relative's house while they were out of town, and I did it for like about 3 months. Dude, we threw some badass party. And it was like with a bunch of like military people, you know.
yeah.
So I remember like it started off as a what was it, pajama party? And there was all these girls walking around in like lingerie and stuff, like hot girls. You know, like god damn, you know. Of course, you know, everybody hooked up at those parties.
So the word spread and shit.
Yeah, so by the end, I remember the best party was, we called it the naked party. Because by the end of the night,
shit.
everybody was naked, dude. Everybody was naked. People were just like, you walk into a room and just like, oh shit, you know, they find another room. Like, oh fuck, dude. Yeah.
What about me?
Everybody got it.
Todos.
Everybody, man. It
It
was just,
spread like a virus.
Yeah, dude. And those like parties were legendary. People
Or
were,
like STDs, bro.
What part of town was that, man?
it was on the far east side.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, where?
I'll make sure.
What house? Can you give me the address?
It was hilarious.
In your
man.
30s ish.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
It
El
was-
Paso's down to clown, dude. Like, there's a lot of people who aren't, you know, hung up on shit.
No,
They're
well,
down,
that's what
have
my
a good
wife
time.
says when, like, because, like I said, like, she works for tourism and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of the things, it's like, hey, come to El Paso, like, we know how to party.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
So that's her thing, like, that like, she'll tell, like, well, we fucking know how to
Oh,
party.
hang up, man.
And it's because we have our Mexican side,
yes.
and the Mexican side is, like, really party shit.
That's
There was a little highlight of that. So one funny part of that is that I remember like I hooked up with this one girl. She was deaf, you know. So we ended up hooking up, and while I was doing her, you know, they can't hear themselves. So she was like, you know, I was like, oh man, dude, like, but
Those are the best stories I tell you, man.
no
Hell
disrespect.
I thought you were gonna say, like, I
to
came,
deaf people,
and then she started
but-
hearing.
Miraculous.
You fucking cured her.
Yeah, it was. And my friends always make fun of me. It's like, dude, what the fuck were you doing in there? I was like, oh, dude, it's because she's deaf. You know?
Oh, because they could hear her outside.
You're
Yeah, they
talking
could
really
hear me,
loud.
you know, and I'm just like, you know, trying to go at it, you know, and it's like, fuck, you know, like,
My friend used to go out with a she's like, hey, let me introduce you to my girlfriend. It's like, oh, she's all the way over there. I was like, why don't you just yell at her? We used to be like assholes about it.
Yeah,
We were in high school. We were
Yeah,
pieces of shit. Dude.
Of course. Yeah.
But we were always like, yeah. I always say, like, fucking middle school and high school kids are the worst.
yeah,
They was making fun of
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
And we used to do it, and I'm like, fuck, man. I
You
feel
feel
like
bad.
shit, man.
So wait. So how did you get her to like?
How
We
you
got-
spit game at her, man?
So like, I knew her from, how was it? I was going to community.
Just that.
No, I was going to community, and she was like, she was part of this group that was like on the upstairs where they were kind of like handicapped.
Mhm.
But I saw her, and she was a friend of a friend, and she looked pretty good. I was like, man, she she's like not that bad looking. So I ran into her on Cincinnati Street, and like from there, like I introduced myself, but I would have to like text message it and show her.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and she would text message, and sometimes she could read lips,
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, I ended up telling her about a party and took her to the house, and
Magic happened, man.
the magic happened, man. The duck magic.
That's funny, man.
Nah, but like you were
And
saying,
now she
man,
can hear.
And now she can hear.
This freaking region, man. And we got Juarez over here.
we started partying early and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like we all started real young. But like kids are missing out these days. They don't get to go to Juarez and shit. You know.
Well, I don't think I think it's more of a choice because they have the internet and shit. Because to be honest, dude, you can still go to Juarez and party.
One thing is kids will kill themselves too, because like a lot of kids, like they get in trouble just doing simple shit here.
Simple stuff.
And us, I don't know how the hell we survived. We go to Juarez, get fucked up, drive.
Well,
like,
because
all
we
the way
weren't
across
living-
town,
There's a healthy fear.
We weren't
you know?
leaving
Yeah.
with instructions from the internet. Like,
That is true.
Oh, true.
so like we didn't have anybody. Like, I mean, our parents told us like, hey, this is not, like don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
But not really like the internet. Like the internet now, basically, you can see a video where they're telling you like, drink all this shit, you're fine.
That's true.
So like we didn't have that, dude.
Yeah.
Our parents were like, hey, as soon as you fucking puke, bro, that's it, bro. Like just fucking cut it out.
That's enough. Yeah.
So like they
Like that.
they
And
don't
your
have that.
friends took care of you back then, man. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you home.
Now it's like
you
they
know?
film you.
Yeah. They posted on YouTube or something.
Yeah, look, he died.
I mean, I recorded a lot of the shit that I did when I was in high school. I have a lot of the shit.
It's because we're part of the older generation.
So-
we
Older,
didn't,
yeah.
we didn't have like the cell phone.
Nah.
I didn't have a cell phone. I had
The videos
a
and stuff.
fucking camera. So I had an 8mm camera.
You were walking around with that shit?
No, bro, because we were skating.
Oh,
yeah.
So when we were skating, we would do stupid shit. We
So
would
you
do
had
all
your
this shit.
camera
So
on.
we had the camera on.
Yeah.
Or we wanted to do like little movies or whatever. We would have the camera on. I didn't have them like at parties and shit, but I mean, I do feel like even my wife tells me like, hey, you have like that's cool. You have a lot of your childhood, of your high school years, like recorded, dude. Because like I don't, like whatever.
Oh, me neither.
But I was always like super too like into making movies and shit. I know Juan has told me like we should put more of those movies.
You
out
should,
there.
man. Yeah,
But now I want to write the chuco chamuco. The
man.
movie.
That's a classic.
I want to answer the age-old question of where are those fucking tire tracks from?
Tire tracks, man. It's like-
I'm pretty sure they were off at some point and they got run over.
I don't think you got run over yourself.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm all like feeling my
Maybe
neck
you,
up.
maybe you fucked a girl and the pants were.
Yeah, you threw him out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but at what point was there a car moving? And then at what point did I put him back on?
I mean, you fucked. I mean, you fucked somebody in a dumpster, so.
Yeah, it's possible. Man.
Yeah, that is true.
So I mean, it's there, like.
What happened first? The trash story or the?
The dumpster.
No, the dumpster was later
The other
on.
one. The other one was
Dumpster
like.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was like.
Dumpster was grams. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
Because you
that
said
was
you were
grams. I
like
was
30
about
something.
20. No, that one I was like 22, 22-ish.
Oh, okay.
And then the tire track one was like right before I went into the military, so I was like 18.
No, you were like really.
Freshly
young.
turned 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got any phone party stories and shit, man? Like, God, those were good in Juarez.
Never went to fucking phone parties.
No?
I went to a
Speaking
lot
good
of
one?
clubs in Juarez. We used to go Chole, which is de Ole. And La Esfinge.
Esfinge,
In La
man.
Esfinge, it always ended up like girls were like fucking naked and dancing good at the end. But they were like underage, bro, like that.
Oh, jeez, man.
Well, I mean, in Mexico it's 18.
Yeah, they're younger.
So,
That's true.
but yeah, they'd be like 17-year-olds or whatever. But like it'd be like, fuck, man, like that fucking kind of sucked. And at Chole, there was always like fucking fights outside. So like my cousin, we went out of Ole and we were outside and there's always cholos there. That's where we call it Chole. Dude.
Oh, I was wondering.
So we were outside and he's just like drunk, dude, and he's just like standing there like this. And our cholo just goes like, "What are you looking at?"
Oh,
And he's like, he's fucking drunk. He didn't answer. And he's like, "Stop looking at me!" And he fucking beat the shit out of my cousin. Just because. So before we finish up and shit, but we still have a little bit more to go. But I brought out, my wife went to Guadalajara last weekend. So she brought me some tequila. I wanted to share this one with these guys. Especially because we have chuco chamuco.
chamuco.
And this is el chamuco. So
Dude,
it's
get
a sweet
close
tequila.
up. Yeah.
So she brought another one that's a Halloween one, but I think this is That's why it's even red. 'Cause it's
Ooh,
so
man.
So let's do it. I don't know what it tastes like. They say it's really good.
To the party days, man.
Let's do it.
Party
days.
DAZE.
Oh, that's really good.
God, that reminds me of
That's really good, man.
that red medicine.
It's like sour,
Robitussin?
Robot, one of the red ones, man.
but you can taste the
Nyquil.
tequila though.
God,
Yeah.
that's damn good, dude.
It's really good. It's like really smooth too. Like it doesn't hurt.
And you got the Marco one.
Marfa.
Yeah, you got Marfa. I got.
Vegas.
Oh,
You got the skull, the creep.
Well, I got the it's
I got Vegas story to
It's
tell
from
you.
the vodka one. What's it called? The Crystal Head.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
for Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
And then you got the Vegas one, huh?
You want me to tell you a Vegas story?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, since you opened the door.
Going
there.
with the Vegas one. Let's do it.
Vegas.
So this one time, I used
Is
to
that
go
another beer for me or no?
there. Yeah.
Yes, the other truly.
Oh, can you
Where
grab
is
this?
Still a show.
There you go. Continue with your story. Sorry.
I'm gonna
No,
grab
so-
that cider there, okay?
Yeah, grab it, dude. Grab it.
Let's see there.
So one of the times that I went, my parents had a timeshare, which they're selling next.
Oh man,
Yeah. So the timeshare is kind of.
that's already a nightmare.
Yeah. So then, I don't know if I went with some friends or I went by myself because I used to go by myself and I used to go with friends. And there was a time where like I was going every 6 months. You know, I used to go to Vegas a lot. You know, just because it was easy to hook up there. So this one time, I was fucked up. I had just come out of the club, and I was like, I was trying to get back to the timeshare, and you know, I could see it because it's like a tall building, like off the strip.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, how the fuck do I get there? So I decided to cut through these apartments. And so like I cut through these apartments, and I don't know if you know anything about Vegas, but like anything close to the strip,
Oh.
yeah, it's you know,
It's not.
It's shitty.
Yeah, it's
rough.
far.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
rough.
I see what you're saying. It's
Yeah,
rough.
it's rough.
So it's not like the strip in LA. It's rough too. I'm sorry.
That's
That's the Molly Crew.
So then I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just cut through these apartments, climb over the wall, and I'll be in instead of going all the way around like that, you know. So I cut through these apartments, and then I realized, I was like, oh fuck, this wall's too tall. And I was like, god damn it. And so I started walking around the apartments, and I noticed that they're having a party at this one upstairs apartment. I was just like, fuck it. In my drunken state, I was just like, well, you know,
Whatever.
join the party, right? You know? I'm not from here, you know, whatever. So I go upstairs. I'm like, "What's up, everybody?" You know, and I remember like everybody just looked at me, and then I kind of like blank out like on portions. But I remember like in one of the portions, I was in between two buildings, and I was kind of like, you know, doing it with a girl from the party, and she wasn't. She might have been about
5.
6. Close, but. My brain remembers an A. You know?
Of course.
Yeah, because I remember just like curly hair, and I don't know if it was because of the hair was so bushy that it made her look slim. You know, because I just remember her backside. You know.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. You know. So then I finish or whatever like that. You know, and of course I take off and I get back to the room. But to this day, like I was like, I have no idea how I got her from point A to point B.
Yeah.
You know, I know I got to point C. I had to walk all the way around, but I don't know how that happened. you
there
know?
she
Yeah, I was like
At a random ass party.
a random ass
man.
party off the strip in some
Damn.
apartments that you know.
I'm telling you, it's always the quiet ones that have these stories.
One time we had a show. I don't know if you remember this place called I think it was called the Hideaway. It was underneath the Percolator. No, not the Percolator. It was a coffee shop right there by the Toolbox and Lips. It was a coffee shop, but underneath it was like a venue.
Oh.
So they had punk shows underneath, and it was called. It was either the Hideaway, like the basement, something like that. But you would go under, and that's where the punk show was. So we opened for this band. The same. It's always Gary, man. I think it's Gary the one. He probably has a different point of view of the story. But we opened for this band called Capital Scam. Which is like a punk band, like just like you know, crass kind of thing, or whatever. So we fucking open up. We have a great show. My brother, that was the first time my brother like saw me perform and shit. He played. We fucking get like, oh yeah, whatever. So we're on the strip of the gay strip, basically here in El Paso. It's always been cool there. People are really like fucking nice and shit. It's always been like fucking amazing.
It's the best area.
And it was back when it was Lips, not Epic. Now it's Epic. But we finished the show, whatever. So the guy from Capital Scam is gay, the singer. and we were just kind of making jokes with him, like, oh, again, with the joke. Yeah, I'm gonna suck a dick. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like we were like just like, hey, like he's gay, whatever. Like, oh, well, fuck yeah, whatever. And we were just drinking and drinking. At one point, we see our singer, which was the Gary, the fucking Michigan guy.
Yeah.
We see him talk to the bartender, of course, a gay bartender, because we're in the gay strip. And then he goes into the restroom. So once he comes, he's by himself. He comes out. We're like talking, whatever. And then we all of a sudden, me and my brother, and I don't remember who else was there. I think it was the other member of the band, Philip, the stranger cop. We start saying like, hey, let's fucking make him believe that he made out with the band. All right, just mess with him. Dude, we fucking traumatized this guy. But this guy like comes out and whatever, and he's like, hey, dude, remember when you were making out with the fucking bartender, dude? That was cool, bro. And he's like, no, it wasn't. And he's like, bro, you were fucking like fully like, right, bro? Like,
You were
my brother was a
into it,
wolf.
man.
We used to call him the wolf, and he's like, yeah, bro. And he's like, no, you fucking bullshit. But like at one point of the night, he was like, bro, like that fucking sucks, man. Like, we started fucking believing it. But then we go to a party, like somebody invited us to like a party at some apartments, dude. One of the other bands that opened. I don't know. I don't want to call them out because I don't want to talk shit. They were a band that was kind of big in El Paso, big in the punk world, not big like big, but like in the punk world, like people knew who they were. So they're gonna know by when I say this, but like when I say the name of the guy, his name, he used to call himself the Count. Okay, so we go to his apartment. I'm not gonna talk shit about it, but we go to his apartment. It's a party. The first thing I do is drop my beer in the front. I'm fucking drunk already. My brother's like, are you stupid? And I was like, whatever. My brother, he's a party drunk, like party dude. Yeah. So he'll grab like beers and shit, and like throw it like, fuck you! Like not mad, but just like happy as shit, but like just trying to be the party.
Partying.
But like he came into the fucking apartment and he's like fucking, he's drunk already and he's buff, so nobody messes with him. So he looks like fucking Doyle.
Oh,
so like he's fucking buff, dude.
Monster.
And big. So he's like, whose house is this or whatever? And they're like, it's the Count. And he's like, the Count? Fuck no! He's like, the Count is the singer for Bursum. He's the Count. Who the fuck is this Count guy? He's not the fucking Count.
Fucking phony.
And the guy was, he's like the skinny dude with a bowler hat, dude. He's like,
he's all skinny.
And then we were all hitting on this chick. So I was hitting on this chick, separate times though. My Philip was hitting on this chick, my brother was, and then we got together. Like, dude, this girl, whatever. It was the same girl, the Count's girlfriend.
Oh shit!
And my brother would be like downing beers and like throwing them through the window. So that fucker, my brother wanted this Count guy to get kicked out.
Shit, he's going hard, man.
But my brother's a party and it's cool because since he's so huge and shit, but nobody messes with you.
That's a party animal.
So he looks like I mean, like Doyle looks like, but like the guy from Bloodhound Gang, the bassist that like he's always shirtless.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
and he's fucking buff. He looks like that. Dude.
Damn.
So nobody messes with my brother. So it's always like I'm always behind him. Like, yeah, that's right.
You have any crazy stories from the Mighty Sky? Shit.
I never fucking went.
I got
like,
two
truly.
crazy stories.
I do have a story though. When I was like in middle school, I'll let you tell the story, of course. But this one's really fast. So when I was in middle school, I used to go to Chihuahua a lot. Like my cousins. That's actually how, which is the weirdest thing. That's how I actually got into hockey, because when I went over there with my cousins over there, they used to play NHL Live, and they used to do a tournament in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay.
So the only team that was left for me was the Avalanche or the Carolina Hurricane.
Oh.
So this is how I became a Carolina Hurricane like follower.
That's your team.
Basically because that was my team. But we went. They had this van, and it was like his friends. So it was like my two cousins, his friends, me, and like my other cousin, and from here. And we were all in the van, and we're like, let's go to the fucking like the red light district. We were like, let's go, like let's see the fucking we just wanted to see girls basically. We were like in middle school, dude. We were like 16. Maybe maybe 15. We were like in middle school. So, para over there, middle school is freshman year.
Yeah,
So,
right.
So it's one more year. So we go. We're like, oh, there's all these girls, whatever. We see one that's fucking like ugly, dude. And we're like, hey, let's just cocorearla. Like, let's fucking yell shit. And we open the door, the side door, the sliding door, and we're like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, mijo, like, let's fucking whatever, like, you know. He's like, nah. It's like, nah, you're ugly. And then she fucking shows us her dick.
Oh,
She goes like, órale pues, con ese pinche pitote.
Oh, she's bigger than us.
No! We fucking closed the door like jets.
Yeah, she got you, man.
But we were like, holy shit. Yeah, she fucking went.
Cause she was ugly. She was ugly, but you guys still didn't.
No,
think she was ugly.
no, we just fucking like, we were like kids, bro.
Yeah.
So
but you
like,
didn't think it was a guy.
No, maybe we thought like she was just a really ugly girl. I mean, and I'm not even gonna say because she was an ugly guy too, you know? Yeah. You know, I get it, like hard times, bro, sometimes. but yeah, she won this. She fucking got us.
So it was like a period of time between like the time I graduated from high school to the time I went in the military. I graduated from high school in like basically the ending of May. I took out to the military the ending of August. So that entire summer, all I did was go to Juarez.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Town,
so one of my best friends, I don't know if he had gone before, but like he's passed away now. So rest in peace to him. But he introduced me to strip clubs, and I was just like, oh shit, you know. First he took me, he took me to the Red Parrot because I had just turned 18, and you know, whatever like that, you know, and he made fun of me.
Dr. Porn would know all about it.
Oh yeah, this would have been good episode for him.
And I was just like, I was totally new to this, you know, and then he took me to the back streets of Juarez. And the only reason why he knew was because we had another friend that used to go there all the time. And he was also like, he was a little bit old, he was 19, you know. But yeah, I remember like the first time I walked in, I was like, holy shit, dude, like it was like a whole new world, you know, like Red Parrot was Red Parrot, but you walk over there, you're like, you know, they, ¿cómo estás? You know, and they fucking grab you, you're like,
grab
oh,
you, man.
shit,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
got grabbed once.
Yeah. So then,
fuck man, I just remember the story. Just remind me to tell it like for the ending.
We got you.
so then like fast forward a few years, when I was in the military, there was this dude that was from Atlanta. He was one of my good friends, and he was really into prostitutes. He was very open. Yeah, I'm into prostitutes. Do you know where I can go find some?
Dr. Porn.
Yeah. Do you know where I can go find prostitutes? I was like, well, fuck, you know, and how old was
Backpage.
I? 20, I think I was like about 25, 24, 25-ish, you know. And so I was like, fuck, let's go to Juarez, you know. So I remember this one night, like, it was a night that, it was one of the few nights that El Paso like totally froze. And it was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
You know, and it froze. I remember we got on the freeway and I actually got in a wreck on the way downtown and shit like that, you know. Fucking sideswiped some truck and I was like, God damn it. You know, I lost control of the car and shit like that.
Ice.
It was ice, man.
Shit,
And so like we didn't know what to do because we went to Cincinnati and it was fucking dead. You know, obviously, right? You know.
Because nobody wants to go out.
Yeah,
And it's Cincinnati's like
you know,
out.
and yeah. Who would have thought, right?
The Cincinnati, we used to call it.
Yeah. So then like I was like, dude, like we can't go back home, you know, and where the fuck can we go where it's warm? And then my buddy's all like, well, let's go to Juarez, and I was just like, fuck it, let's go to Juarez. Yeah. And so yeah, we parked the car because we didn't want to go all the way back because of the streets were frozen, you know. And at this point it was already like midnight, I think it was, and we're like, it's only gonna get worse, you know.
Get colder.
Yeah, and so like we went to Juarez, we walked over the bridge, went to the Mariscal and shit like that, and I think he had gone already without me because I had introduced him to some spots or whatever like that, you know. But he's like, let's go here, you know. So we went to some place, and I was like, this fucker's crazy, man. He kept on asking me for money, and I was like, dude, we still need money to cross the bridge and shit, you know. Like, just give me 20, just give me this, and so one of the times I remember like he was in the room with a chick, and I'm in the living, I'm like the lobby or whatever. Like, girls are coming out to me. I was like, what? I was like, I don't fucking have any money, you know.
Got no money.
Not that I would, but I had no money, you know. I was like, fuck it, you know. Next thing you know, I hear my buddy, Gabe, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? Oh, here. So I go over there. He's like, open, you know, he tells me to open the door. I open the door. He's like, he has this chick's legs, and he's like, give me another 20, dude. I want to throw another girl in. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Damn, man.
I was like, I don't have any more. Well, what do you got? It's like, I got like a 10 and some change and shit, which we need to cross the bridge. And so he's all like, yeah, we ended up staying there basically the full night until the day. you know, I was asking the girl, hey, can we just stay here, you know, because it's cold or whatever like that, you know. And I was like, sí, como no, you know, basically like,
Calentito,
yeah, you know, they had the heater on, so we're just like, fuck, you know.
So that dude all night he was like getting different prostitutes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
man. The whole
O sea,
fucking
¿cuántos
night,
5
dude.
pesos each?
It was Christmas, so we probably got the whole lineup in that place, dude.
And all the STDs.
Even the madam, dude, he was like, "Venga, se puede."
Pinche Fruity Pebble there.
Yeah, that dude was insane, man. He was a white guy from Atlanta, dude.
Some people self-destructed, man, and they'll go after
Yeah, that dude was. He didn't give a fuck.
He had some
dude.
angst at the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
shit.
It was around the time that I was already starting to get like a little bit conscious of like partying too much. You know what I mean?
It's
You're
hey,
like, I gotta slow it down.
Yeah, that's
Well, you know,
breaks.
like you think you're going fast, and then you get this friend that's just going faster and shit. You're like, you know, maybe I shouldn't be going that fast. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
you see him get close to like fucking just dodging
yeah,
shit,
you know, you're just like, fuck, you know, all right, I know my limits, and it's not this fucker, you know, it's like the step behind that
I
guy.
ain't that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to die as fast as that guy, you know, I want to die as fast as me, you know.
Like I just like
Yeah. Those are like the best stories, you know. You just find yourself in random situations. With me, it just, I don't know if it just like comes to me sometimes, and it just like happens. And a lot of my friends tell me it's like, all the weird shit happens to you. I was like, I don't get it, you know.
But with all that shit said too, I do want to say because you know, this show. Hopefully the show made you fucking laugh. Made you guys laugh and shit. Hopefully, you know, these are some cool stories.
Yeah, it's
But
Yeah.
all the respect for the women out
Oh,
there
yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, we do kid around. We do say a lot of like fucking stupid shit sometimes too. I don't think we said anything here bad or anything.
No, nothing like that.
But we do have respect for any girl, and I think really it's really subjective to all of us. What's a 1 and a 10?
Yeah, subjective for sure.
It is subjective, so I'm not gonna say like, "Hey, you're fucking ugly," like because somebody that's ugly to me could be beautiful to somebody else.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear. Just because I know, you know, there's some girls like there's a girl for everybody.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as there's a guy for everybody. So-
Personality counts for a lot, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Meet
mean,
an interesting chick and it's
And I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, all these, you know, these stories that we had, like that you had or whatever, maybe these girls have their own stories too, you know,
Right.
about you.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And who knows what they're saying.
exactly.
You know?
Dumpster sex woman.
Exactly. So who knows
I
what
was
they're
a
saying.
10 there, but
But she could be having this story of like that was the best fucking sex I ever
Oh,
had.
I'm sure she does, man. She was looking at him pretty hard.
Or the worst. You know, we don't know.
I don't know, man. She gave me that look at
Yeah.
Kmart, dude.
She loved him, man.
Exactly, but like so it's all subjective, pretty much to all of us. But much respect to all the women in our life too.
Absolutely.
You know, I have a daughter and I have a wife.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disrespect them.
No, but it's
No.
healthy to these stories are healthy and people should have good health.
No, and I'm sure, like I said, they have their own stories.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm pretty sure that these girls too,
No. Yeah.
they have their fucking stories. I'm pretty sure there's some girls talking shit about us out there.
Stories, man. Everyone has stories.
Yeah, everyone's got to sell their roles. Man, women, it's
But it's part of the human fucking you know,
exactly
It's part,
experience.
it's part of the human fucking experience.
Yeah.
And I love those stories and you know because like Philip, the one that was the stranger cock, he tells us all these stories of the swinger shit, and he tells us that these girls were 3s out of 10. Bro, he's like a fucking 2 out of 10. So at least at the time, now he's like buff and shit. But you know, it wasn't like he was the greatest either. So
And you're right about personality because like I never thought I was a 10 either.
no,
You know?
no.
But I knew that if I could like, I guess because I grew up with sisters, I was able to like talk to girls a little bit better.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so like,
confidence,
yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? You know, like talk to them like people, you know, and they like that, you know. And so it's like, you know, it goes back to what was the word again? Personality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it goes a long way on both sides. You know, like females, you know, and males talking to females and stuff like that. You know.
And I
Very
think that the important word here too is you know subjective. So you know, like I said, like a 10 to you could be a 7 to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the opposite. So like you know,
It's
really,
what you like for sure.
It really yeah. So like yeah, a personality could make it a 10 to somebody
Yeah.
instead of looks.
That's the way I am now. I like personality. You know?
Yeah.
You have to be able to converse. I could have a 10. If she's a fucking rock, and you know, it's like, god damn,
Yeah,
you know, I can't wait to drop this girl off.
No,
home, you know.
it's like I tell my wife, like, cause she tells me like, oh, like I'm, you know, I'm getting away, whatever. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like you're always a fucking 10 to me. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. You know, I just don't want you to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, like basically. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I don't want him to think that
No, of course.
we're
not.
just like, you know, three
Talking
males
shit.
talking shit.
Beautiful. Good
We kind of are, but not really. you
No,
know,
and,
we're not.
and
We're
a
not.
lot of these girls I know, like the ones that I talked about too, a lot of these girls I know, they went on ahead, have families and like all
Yeah,
this shit.
that's
So
not-
they're doing pretty well.
Yeah,
So yeah, like I didn't, I mean, you didn't. I don't think you did.
No,
Like,
any shit.
So, to be honest.
The deaf girl maybe.
Never would, man.
No, but
No-
just with that,
No disrespect to yeah.
no, we got it. So I just want to make that clear
Gotta.
because I don't, you know, I just don't want anybody to come up to us and
No,
be like,
never.
Fuck you
"What
guys.
the fuck are you?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Never, absolutely not.
So no, all the girls are beautiful. Doesn't matter what the fuck you are, like whatever, you know, girls and guys.
That's the truth.
So, not trying to make fun of anybody.
Nope.
If we were making fun of somebody, we're making fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Exactly.
Because, like I said in that story, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, the craziness, man.
I don't know what happened.
I don't remember.
For all you know, I took my pants off and somebody ran over me.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, that's gonna be a movie one day.
That's a classic, bro.
We have to. I think I have to. I'm planning up some shorts. I want to do that shit. I'll just like change like some little things so it's not exactly yours.
And that girl's out there somewhere, you know?
She's somewhere out there, yeah.
She's out
Somewhere,
there.
man. Yeah.
There you
Filling
go.
some of the gaps.
That car is out there.
That
The one that ran over the pants is out there.
The pants aren't there no more. They're in the trash.
But with that said, thank you guys for joining us again at this Nitro Podcast special party episode.
Party days.
He had some awesome stories with Chuco,
Yeah.
Chuco Chamuco, with Juan right here.
Good times.
I know Juan didn't really share any
Chreep.
stories.
Oh, man.
He's all like,
This was to bring in Mr. Chamuco because he's always told me these cool stories. And I'm just like, this guy's such a quiet dude, but awesome stuff's happened to you, man.
I'm pretty sure you have more stories.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet
yeah,
guy.
man.
But we'll save them for like a different fucking episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we'll do a part
Maybe
two.
a part two.
Part 3, whatever.
We gotta get Porno on here, man, for sure, because he's probably got some stories, man.
He's got some stories, but of those. Of the arrangement kind.
And those.
So yeah, he's got some stories. But yeah, well that's it. Thank you guys for joining us again.
Thank you.
Remember to go follow at Juan Ornnelas Art.
Art, yes, sir. Easy peas.
There you go,
Yeah.
Chuco.
Chuco Chamuco
On Instagram, Facebook, everything.
on Instagram, Facebook, and the website.
There you
Yeah.
go. So go to the website.
Check it out.
And remember to follow Nitro Podcast on all social media. I say all social media, but like TikTok, we really people follow us. We don't have shit.
Like, subscribe.
But go like, subscribe,
Comment on it.
ring the bell, comment. Not just Juan. Juan is the only one that counts.
like comment.
And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode, bitches. Party on, dudes.
Party on.